Morning guys, and it is the morning today. I've even got my coffee. It's cold as hell in Queenstown, but we're here to fix the truck some more. I lost four-wheel drive back in the Nevis video. It ended up clicking away and I was a little bit worried about what it is. Transfer case started to make a little bit of a ticking noise, so I'm down to two-wheel drive now. Notice that it took it out of four-wheel drive, dropped it down to two-wheel drive, so taking it easy. So this thing hasn't really been off-road, but I borrowed the Jimny, so that's what really could have got me through. But finally been able to order transfer chain. Hopefully that is the fix. Big shout out, of course, again to OffroadSpecialties, Greg from there. He's been a legend. He supplies New Zealand with Jeep parts, and hit him up if you've got a Jeep, guys. Cheapest place in town. So we got a transfer chain off him, and the plan is to get underneath, pull the transfer apart, see if it's the chain. We'll make it up as we go, really. Never done this before. Let's see what happens. Woo! Right, see-ho. Basically the plan is one more under here. This big pan here is the cross member for everything, so annoyingly that holds everything up. So I got a little jack stand here that's going to hold up the gearbox and transfer case while I pull that pan off, to then get a bit more access in the back here, which is then pull this whole plate off. At the moment it's what's happening is the drive shaft is actually slipping on the chain, or the gears on the inside there, so I'll pull it apart, see what it is, and see if this is going to fix it. First things first, size 19, start ripping off these bolts. Ugh. I wish I had air tools or power tools. It's so much easier one of these days. Right, pan off. Now I've got full access to the transfer. So now I rear drive shaft off, then take all the bolts off, pry it open and see how she's looking on the inside. Good to be back working on the truck, even though it just seems to be an expensive endeavour. Alrighty, time to crack the bolt and start draining. Ugh. Good idea as well, guys, to crack both and open both. That way it can breathe. So there's the top one, put that certain place you'll remember, and the bottom one. You reckon I got it right? 15? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, the smell of ATF, that takes me back. Most of what I know, I pretty much learned from YouTube. Backyard mechanic, eh? Fun times. But I did, however, work in a transmission shop as a transmission puller a couple of years back now, for about 6 months, so not a long time. But it was enough to learn valuable skills when it comes to stuff like this. So for the most part, they've all been 15s. Was it a 15? It was a 15. Up the top here's a little one. Now that is a size 10, 12 point little nut. Pretty easy to get off. The smell of this ATF though is definitely taking me back. It's a long ass bolt, Jesus. I feel like this might not mean to be here. But yeah, so I learned a lot of my mechanical skills from those guys. So big shout out to Shane, Aston, Vange and Luke from up there. I'm still wrenching, guys. This one's annoying. Now I've left two other bolts in there. Those are going to be able to actually hold the one side of the transfer case in there while I try and crack it. So when I do crack it, it doesn't just fall off onto me, because that'd be nasty. As I say, never done this, so you know, we're all learning here. Fingers are getting cold now. So it's now been another hour or so, maybe two. I did stop to have lunch, but it turns out I have to break the output yoke to the front drive shaft, and to break that was a rough time actually. That's now been broken. I have removed the nut, that one there, piece of shit, and now to get the yoke off, which is now annoying as well. There we go. Bam. front one out. We should be able to, in theory, my theory's not working. Oh no, it is. Oh. Yes. Oh. God damn it. Oh. Right. So, got there in the end. Was able to pull it all apart. We'll clean all this up, but here's my chain, as you can see. And I believe that's what's come loose, and it seems to be a standard normal problem thing. Apparently the whole idea is that it makes for a quieter noise and everything, because the Jeep's quite small. So we'll peel all this off, we'll swap the chain, and put it all back in. Bit of a hassle getting this thing out, but we got there. And there's my new chain as well, let's rip that open. And there's the new one. To pull it out. And there's that one. You know, it looks the same to me, but hey, we'll find out. It can be a good idea to actually go around. Well, it's actually, I'm going to do it anyways, but go around with a little little thingy thing. I don't know what they're called, and try and get all the gunk off and all the just shit. Try and clean it up so that when we put that new layer on, she's good to go. Scotch Brite is amazing. Just scrub all that off, especially for this one. This one's textured, which is new. Never had a textured thing before. Guess makes for a grain to seal, but worst time to get it off. But I'll clean everything up, throw some new oil in it, put it back in, and we're good to go. So I found this little wire wheel thing, and that seems to be working perfectly to be able to take all the extra silicone off. Bam. So we'll clean all this up, clean the the other half up down underneath the truck, silicone it up, put it all back together, bam, we've got four-wheel drive again. If we don't, I'll think of something else. I just discovered another little problem. Check this out. The other day I had a little trouble getting it in and out of four-wheel drive. So this is your little connector down here. Basically, it comes in and if you can just make it out, rotates this whole coupling here, which slides, here it is, slides the pin along the coupling. Now there's a little spring down here that's designed to put pressure on it all. And if you can see it down there, this little spring is not sitting where it's meant to be sitting. It's actually sitting just left of it all. There it is. That's what I think stopped me from getting it almost out of four-wheel drive the other day. So we'll have to sort of take that out, reset it. Hopefully she's not too damaged, and I can actually just pop it back into place and have it all working clear as day again. If not, we might try to find a spring that sort of does the job, but you know, I can't exactly just shoot down the store to Super Cheap or something and pick up with, well, we don't have Super, Jesus, don't even have Super Cheap here, so we'll see how this goes. We'll work on that idea, but that's another little update. So this is the spring that sits inside there that I was trying to show you before, the top of it here. Now, she's a little destroyed. The idea is basically that it sits inside this little fella. I don't know what this is for, but that's in there too, little bullet. It sits inside there and then compresses and puts pressure on your selector back there, so it sort of locks it into place kind of thing. With the spring being like this, and I don't really know where to get another one, I'm trying to try to repair this as much as possible, and then we'll put it in upside down so we have a good spring at the top, shitty spring inside the collar. So we'll see if this works. That's the plan anyways. After some maneuvering, this is where I got the spring to. Well, I mean, like, it'll do. Not too bad, just ignore, you know, this end. But that end's the one that's going to go into that little collar, like so. And there we go, back to normal. We'll squeeze that back in, right as rain. There we go, good as new. Hey? kind of. I wonder if it's actually missing something. I think it is. Maybe I'll have a look at some YouTube-y things. Because I feel like that's missing something. Oh, unless it goes that way. That makes a lot more sense. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So, it makes a lot more sense to go that way. For some reason when I pulled it out, it was this way. So whoever put the slip yoke eliminator in here, pulled everything apart, they put this back in upside down. Well done, guys. Well done. Because now, with a bit of pressure on there, click, 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 click. That's a lot better. Okay. How come I figured that out never doing this and the other guy did? Well, it depends. He might have done it in his yard like I'm doing it in my yard. Who knows? That's a bit of a laugh though. Well, at least that's fixed. Because then, boop, 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 boop. Perfect. Love it. Good work, Jono. Thanks, other Jono. So, gasket making. You basically just want to run a bead nice and consistently along the entire outer edge. Easy. Just grab your finger and just smear it all around. Get it right up and around all the bits and pieces. Bam! And now we go and stick it on the back of the transfer. Now this is going to be an interesting part. There we go. Coupling. There we go. On. Bolts. Hey, Bruno. Bruno's just turned up. Huh?
If you go down to the Oxy,
Yeah.
ask Steph to give you a Brazilian candy that I gave her.
Okay.
You can have one.
I'm only allowed one candy?
Yeah.
Oakley dokley. So I got two in there holding it. Good practice to go through and Loctite them, just a little droplet. Just a little drop. Ow! Oh, that was a layer of skin. Damn, look at that. Gross. Ew. Right. Starting to lose the light. It's 3 o'clock and, you know, the sun goes down here at 4. So, time to jam some fluid in, and we are good. Last bolt done. Now time to go test it and see if I have 4-wheel drive or not. Exciting. Hopefully I do. If I don't, we'll figure something out. So it's probably safe to say I have 4-wheel drive Awesome guys, we spent the day in the shed. We're starting to lose the light now. It's coming on 4 o'clock. As I say, the sun goes down early here, and you can see the sun never gets here. It's pretty cool actually, this frozen wonderland. All the ice crystals are huge. They're really, really cool. But we spent the day in the shed. We fixed the four-wheel drive on this thing, replaced the chain. We learned a lot. I learned a lot. Hopefully you guys learned a lot, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, comment it. Let me know. Let me know if you want to see more. A couple of people have said they want to see build videos, and that's what I'm going to have to be focusing on for the next wee while as I build this rig up to be an all-round overlanding off-roader machine. So that's what's coming up in the next few months, is focusing on building this thing up to the stature that I wanted to do a big haul somewhere, and we'll see how that goes. I've got a few plans in the making. Of course guys, like, subscribe, comment, YouTube stuff, all the buttons down below there. But big shout out to my patrons. Those guys are what's supporting the channel, what's funding the channel, what's keeping me rolling, what's keeping the content flowing. If you really love what I do guys, jump on down to the description below, Patreon. Hit me up, maybe even think about supporting me as well. It's only $3 US a month, so it's like $4 something 20, but that's not a lot of money. And it does, you know, it helps me get out here to film more stuff for you guys to enjoy, maybe tag along, go find a trip near you guys. The plan is basically build it to a point where I can come see you, you can show me your trip, your tracks, and start involving everyone. Awesome team. Catch you next time on Lost Sheep Adventures.